It was a quiet evening, and I was sitting in my old armchair in the living room, holding a warm cup of tea, gazing out the window where the moonlight softly lit up the yard. Suddenly, I heard tiny footsteps coming down the stairs. My granddaughter, a bright-eyed little mischief maker, rushed over, grabbed my arm, and said, "Grandpa, do you have anything to tell me tonight? I can't sleep." I smiled, set my tea down, and pulled her onto my lap. "All right, tonight I'll share something special with you, not a fairy tale, but 60 quotes I've held dear throughout my life. Ones I want to pass on to you and all the young folks out there." I looked at her, then thought of all of you watching this video. I've lived over 7 decades, from scorching days on Texas fields to rainy afternoons in California. I've met countless people, heard countless stories, and collected 60 sayings I call my treasures of old age. They're not just words, they're lessons I hope you'll carry with you. Oh, by the way, if you enjoy this story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I may be old, but I still love chatting with you through this screen. "Grandpa, start already," my granddaughter urged, tugging my arm harder. I chuckled and said, "Okay." The first one I heard from an old friend while we sat on a park bench watching kids play. He said, "Youth is like a book. Don't rush to the last page and miss enjoying every line." Simple, right? But when I was young, I was so caught up in work that I didn't notice the birds singing or the times your grandma made my favorite pie. It wasn't until my hair turned gray that I realized I'd missed so many little joys. So, my dear, slow down a bit, look around, and soak in the simple things. I paused, seeing her eyes light up like she wanted more. "Is there more, Grandpa?" "Oh, plenty." I remembered an old flower lady at the street corner who told me something special. "As I bought daisies for your grandma," she said, "happiness isn't something you find, it's something you create." Back then, I thought she was just trying to sell flowers, but later, I got it. Some days are tough, but a smile to someone or picking up trash in the yard can lighten your heart. You kids out there, don't wait for joy to come to you, plant it yourself, little by little. I glanced at her, then out at the screen, as if talking to all viewed. Should I keep going? She nodded, and I started recalling those old days, and life was simple yet so full of meaning. I brushed her hair and continued, "You know, once I met an old fisherman at the pier. He sat there, rod in hand, calm as could be even though rain was coming. He told me, 'Don't fear failure, fear not trying.' I was worried about work going badly then, but those words woke me up. Think about it, if I hadn't dared to start that little farm after retiring, how would I have those happy days, tending chickens and growing veggies? You kids, don't shy away from trying something new. So what if you fail? At least you took a step." She tilted her head like she was pondering it. I smiled and went on. Another time, I met a retired teacher at the library. She handed me an old book and said, "Time is the only teacher that's never late." That stuck with me. When I was young, I thought I had forever to do everything, but looking back, time flies like the wind. So don't put off what matters. Call a friend, pick up a hobby, or just say "I love you" to your family. Don't wait until your hair's gray to regret it. I paused, sipping my now cool tea. She sat quietly, clearly intrigued. "Then there's one from my gardener friend. He said, 'Life's like planting a tree, sow the seed today, and tomorrow will have shade.' So true. Some days I was tired, but I kept caring for family, staying healthy, and now I'm here telling you stories. You kids, do something good every day. Even if it's small, it'll grow into big happiness." I glanced out the window. The moonlight still glowed. "Oh, and the neighbor lady once told me, Don't count the wrinkles, count the smiles. She said that when I asked why, she was always cheerful. You see, growing old isn't about losing, it's about gaining, like love, peace, and stories to share. Don't fear aging. Kids, cherish every moment you've got. She yawned lightly but still asked, "Got any more, Grandpa?" I nodded. "Sure do," an old buddy once said. "Young folks think they know everything. Old folks know they don't know much. When I was young, I thought I was so smart, but now I see the more you live, the more you need to learn. Stay curious. Keep exploring, that's how you keep your soul young." I rested my hand on her shoulder, feeling like I was talking to the whole world out there. My life hasn't been perfect, but these quotes got me through ups and downs. I want you to hear them, feel them, and carry them with you. She rubbed her eyes but stayed put on my lap. I smiled, getting sleepy. One last one, though this one's special. An old doctor told me when I was in the hospital, health isn't everything, but without it, nothing else matters. Sounds simple, but it's spot on. I learned to eat better, walk every morning, and keep my heart light. You kids, take care of yourselves starting now, not anything fancy, just steady steps, and you'll feel the difference. I hugged her tighter, my voice softening. These 60 sayings I've gathered aren't just words, they're a lifetime. They remind me life isn't always easy, but it's always worth living. Like your grandma used to say, every day's a gift, don't rush to open it without saying thanks. I want you to hold on to that. No matter how busy you get, pause a little, look around, and be grateful for what you have. She yawned bigger, and I laughed. All right, no more tonight, or you'll doze off right here. But I hope you folks out there watching find something in my story. Life doesn't have to be perfect, just live it true. Oh, if you've got a favorite saying from your own grandparents, drop it in the comments. I'm old, but I still love reading your stories. I looked at the screen, like I could see thousands of faces listening. My dear kids, live well. Okay, don't rush so fast you miss the ones who love you. And don't let sadness hide your smile. I've walked this earth over half a century, and what I've learned is happiness is in your hands. You just have to hold it. I set her down, patting her shoulder. Off to bed now, and I'll tell more tomorrow, if you want. She nodded, scampered upstairs, and I turned back to my tea, feeling as light as the moonlight out there. I thought of you all, sharing this moment with me. Life's a long journey, and I hope these words light your way, not to go faster, but to go farther with a warm heart. I set my cup down, smiling to myself. Thanks for listening to this old man's tale. Live happy, stay healthy, and swing by my next video, alright? The moonlight glowed on, and I knew somewhere out there, someone was smiling because of these words.